Hayas and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being present. This is a very special birthday reading for those Virgo souls born September 11th. If you were born on 9/11, this reading is definitely for you. However, everyone and anyone is welcome to be present here today. Look at this fire. Well, you got a lot of passion going on in your life. This is for sure. Anyone and everyone is welcome. This is a general timeless reading for all. The energy is geared for those souls that were born in Virgo. You may want to check your birth chart, see where Virgo is. Perhaps it's your rising or your moon sign, and Mercury as well, and your Venus. Okay? All right. So, for those of you new to my channel, I meditate before I start the reading. Also, we have here a birthday candle. If this birthday candle does not get blown out before the end of your reading, this is a clear sign for Spirit asking you to keep your light on today. And to remember that. Remember to keep your light on. If your mind starts to go to something that isn't pleasant or weighing you down, doesn't serve you, an old thought pattern, you're asked to simply remember this reading right here and say to yourself, your mind's eye, or yourself out loud, whatever is best that will resonate for you, and say, I will keep my light on. Today I keep my light on. Okay? Now, let's see what else. I do have a crystal ball in front of me. You may be able to see the tip of it. You may not. If I receive messages through there during the reading, I will share that information as well. Okay. So as I was meditating before starting the reading, well, actually I'm getting a message right now to stop before I go further and read to you your birthday, 9/11. Excuse me. There may be a warning coming to you. I'm not sure if you just heard my dog bark in the background, but there could be also, if you hear some crows crowing outside of your home or near where you live, crows are messengers. They send messages to us from the divine, from the highest. They can go to the highest of the high, unlike all other birds. Crows and ravens are the only two that can do that. Let me read to you though. 911. Your thoughts are manifesting into reality at an ever-quickening pace. Keep your thoughts about your divine life purpose focused only upon your desires, and give any worries or doubts to heaven for transmutation. So anything that you're worried about, stressed, having trouble working through, you're being asked to give that up to Source, to the universe, to God, to higher power, whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever you choose as your way of communicating to your spirit realm, to the spirit realm. Okay, so let's get right into it. The messages, I received 3 of them, and the first one is to watch some Alan Watts quotes. So you're actually being asked to listen to some Alan Watts quotes, maybe some of his books, something to help encourage you. This is for encouragement, for clarity and understanding. Let's see what if Spirit can tell us. Spirit, can you share some more information about the Alan Watts quotes? What the Alan Watts quotes are for? This one's it. It's for it's for your spiritual development, for your spiritual awakening. This is for you're awakening to understanding more about what your upbringing was religiously and where you are now religiously. And also, you know, if you have left the church you grew up in and are not with that religion anymore, then there's a connection that you've made deeper with yourself and source, universe, God, energy, cosmic, galaxy, whatever it is that feels good for you. But the Hierophant is coming in to say, this is what Alan wants, it helps you with. Allow yourself to feel any feelings you feel by looking at this card. This is also the number 5, and 5s are all about change. Typically, it's unpredictable. You have a lot of passion in your heart. I mean, like a whole lot of passion. That literally almost, this flame, even though this flame looks tiny, it's super hot. Like right here, it was burning the card. Burning. So you are passionate about this. Someone here is extremely passionate about learning more. Do you hear the crows cawing out there? I have my, you hear? There you go. Yeah, I have my windows open this morning, and it's quite wonderful and lovely. This is for guidance. This could also be legalities. Maybe you're about to sign a document, get a house, car, contract with a new job. More often than not, there's definitely some seeking of a sacredness that you're soul searching. And this is why you're being asked to connect, to watch some of Alan Watts, so that you can connect to your higher self and find that sacredness within you. You know that it's there, and this is also making you closer to following your own intuition. So the second thing is harvest season. This came up in the meditation. Spirit asks, what are you harvesting? What are you gathering for comfort, for health? What is it that you're focused on bringing into your home, your space, to help support your survival, maybe for the next 3 months, 6 months? Perhaps maybe you are a gardener and you did harvest some crops, herbs, plant medicine, medicinal herbs, flowers, dried flowers. Share in the comments below. And this harvest, it doesn't necessarily just mean harvest. This doesn't have to be crops. This doesn't have to be, this can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be something tangible. Are you harvesting love at this time? You're working through a lot of shadows. Someone here is working through some ego death, some shadows, and on this healing journey, you've been guided to work more with love, because you're realizing that oftentimes you chose the other route. You never felt that it was hate. It was more fear-based. But but you realize there's only 2 ways that we live in the world, and it's either with love or fear, which fear can lead to hate. When you don't understand something, you can tend to more lean toward fear and hatred and rejection, as opposed to being compassionate, open-minded, unlimited, and being willing to learn what you don't understand, so that you can then make your best, using your discernment, best judgment call thereafter. Yeah, the idea that spirit, the energy spirit's bringing to me is that you are working with your energy, and you're working as an alchemist to transmute this energy. You're harvesting something, or you're meant to harvest something at this time. Typically, this is something you've worked on for a while. For farmers and gardeners and herbalists like myself, you know, it's a lot of planning. It's a lot of planning. You need to know when you can plant certain seeds. Some seeds you must plant in the fall. Some trees you must plant in the fall. Shrubs, whatever this may be. Some you must plant in the spring. Some you must plant in the summer. Some you got to let be dormant and code stratify in the winter in order to prepare for the spring. So it's interesting to learn about, so there's something about you learning these things. This is teaching you patience. Thank you, Spirit. Being more open-minded. I just received a message through the crystal ball. Someone here is able to now see their aura. They've been working with their third eye. Please share in the comments below if this is you. I do these readings for you, for the world, as I was guided to do so from my own spirit guides and my own journey that I've been on. So engagement would be wonderful, and to know how this relates to you would be also great. And even if you're hesitant to share anything in the open, this could also help you write something to write about in your journal. Spirit saying, if there's a fear behind why you wouldn't share, or are you they're basically asking, do you need to wait for someone else to put something first? Or do you need to see 500 comments on something before you'll comment? Do you never comment on something? Or do you always try to have an energy exchange when you're with another? And whether it be a gift of appreciation, like a thank you, or a small token of appreciation, maybe you buy them a soda or coffee, water, kombucha, tea. But there's something about you stepping into your own authentic power and leading yourself without worrying or caring about the status quo. And this is really going to help you with that. The moon, and the third thing that Spirit gave me was the moon is 19.17 days old since the lunar eclipse, the full moon that we just had. So I don't know who needed to hear that. If 1917 rings a bell for you, if those numbers stand out, the number 19 or 17 or 1917 altogether. But you have a deep connection with the moon. What is your, maybe check your moon sign. Perhaps. Okay, so we're going to begin. And let's just see what Spirit has. This will be the significator card for your reading. We have the orphan. It's also number 5. Allow yourself to feel any feelings. Your body, connect with your body on a deeper level. This is going to help enhance your intuition and connect yourself to your higher self on a deeper level. We have a clear reflection here of life, death, rebirth. Situated right underneath the Hierophant. Make no mistake, this goes well together. You were forced to, because you were adopted, you were forced into a religion. And you also, at first you thought this meant that you thought you were singled out with this in the beginning, but you realized that even children born to their guardians, to their parents that are living, also deal with the same sort of friction of not being able to have your own belief. You must believe who it is that you are with. This could be why this is why you're asked to, this is why the moon age was important for you. And perhaps the 3rd quarter phase is the next phase of the moon that is coming. And maybe perhaps that is significant for you. It's not by chance either that we do have a flower here. Can't tell what flower that is. You do have a flower here. Orphans, you could be going through some abandonment challenges at this time. This is definitely asking you, are you distant and hating, avoiding, controlling, and limiting right now? Or do you feel like your energy is more about going deep with the self-love, deep in accepting the way things are, the way you are, accepting yourself, deep in solitude? Spirit is very pleased with someone who's recently began meditating and sticking with it. You've tried multiple times before and gave up right before the time was getting, right before it was getting more powerful and relaxed, right when you started to get in your groove. You've done this cycle before. You snapped out of it and you decided to stay this time. So I guess this is why I found this and I was chose to bring this out. This is about meditation, and there's also an eye here, the all-seeing eye. Perhaps an evil eye is necessary for you to have around for protection. Protect yourself at this time. Be tender with yourself. Maybe we do some creativity, creative artwork. We have not used this deck in a very long time, and so we are going to use it today. I'm going to use the fairy deck and pull some more tarot cards here. Fairies, you definitely get grounded. You are of the earth, Virgo. Look how dangerous I am here. Thank you, Spirit. Ah, okay. Knight of Wands and Temperance. You're balancing your heart, the way you communicate, your heart and your throat, the way you communicate with others. Bringing it into balance, harmonizing your life, harmonizing the way you are living your life. Flowing like water. Let me hold this card up for you, actually. Allow yourself to feel anything that you feel by seeing this mysterious, magical fairy on the Knight of Wands. This even resembles you seeking solitude. This card right here. It's giving me the feeling, the energy of the Eight of Cups, actually, of where you're walking away. You're going on a journey. You're going on your own journey for exploration. This isn't necessarily for work. It's like it's your day off, your vacation, and you're just taking your time and exploring. This is really helping you, Virgo, because you are analytical. You're about routine and work and doing things structured in certain ways. You actually probably struggle a little bit with OCD at times, of being obsessive and compulsive about, you know, how cups are organized or situated in your cabinets, maybe the towels, how they're folded up, or your clothes. You're very picky, maybe, you know, retentive. Some are saying here, the spirits, and so this, you chose to do this after reaching this hierophant, you and feeling this right here, this energy of the orphan. It's led you into this guided you on this little path here. And this is for you to seek balance. Look at this card. Harmonize your work, your routines with everything else in your life. Because there's more to life than just work. And there's more to life than just routines. Okay, so I'm getting a message. Someone here felt empty inside. Felt empty inside. This is why Alan Watts, and this is why everything is coming together now. Felt as though you were unable to manage what was coming your way. With the changes, with your routine uprooting, it really sends you in a spiral. Nettle. So, are you harvesting nettle? Because I believe that is Spirit saying that they would like for you to. Nettle is a green warrior. It defends and protects its territory. And if you've ever touched nettle, you'll understand what that means. It stings you. This may show that you actually need some more iron in your body. And you need to protect yourself right now. Yeah, I mean, nettle is good for protection. We have the evil eye here. You're starting to meditate. So perhaps also with all of the portal doors, windows open, there are times when it's necessary, if you've been going through portals, that you must close portal doors. Make sure you look into that if you're not sure further about how to do that. Because sometimes unwanted entities can, or energies can attach or cling on to you. And that's something that you don't want in your life. I mean, you can remove them, but this is coming up because it's not by chance that we get a green warrior here, that you're asking about, that the message for the meditation was the harvest season. What are you harvesting? It doesn't mean you have to go out and run and try to find nettle if you don't have it, okay? There are other ways. Spirit clearly brought other ways to the table, and there's reason for that. It's a reason for you to understand that you can protect yourself in many other ways and aspects. There are a lot of crystals and stones that are protective. Labradorite is one of them. Labradorite's protective. Red jasper, tiger's eye is protective. You can definitely have tiger's eye, black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is wonderful if you are struggling with your own energy, like your negative self. If you have a lot of negative self-talk, grab yourself some black tourmaline, something black, obsidian, magnetite, something that is a dark color, brown, green. Well, green is for your heart space. But the dark colors are really for your feminine energy and your connection with Gaia. The nettle will also help you with this. It's quite possible someone is worried about their age as well. And if this is you on your birthday, that you're a year older and you don't really look forward to your birthdays as much as you used to, this is a clear sign showing you that nettle is what you want in your life for your aging, for your stress, for nettle has a ton of medicinal properties. So if you do have nettle growing around you, or you know where some is, if you have the time and you're able, harvesting some of this, making yourself a tincture, drying some leaves for tea, something along the lines of using it medicinally, because there is an ailment that you may have that this can help. Nettle helps with diabetes. I'm not a doctor, so you may want to check with your doctor on this, but it does help with stress, heart disease, aging, diabetes, allergies, gout, UTIs, enlarged prostate. It helps. It's vitamin loaded, and it helps with healthy nails, skin, and hair. If you're going through menopause, struggle with your blood pressure or your kidneys, I mean, it's an overall wonderful herb. You can also just simply meditate with the card and ask that these properties be instilled within you, and believe it to be true. You must believe, you must have the faith, Otherwise, you block yourself. It is an instant block if your energy is not open to receive. If you're not receptive, but you want it, it's not going to work. You have to, it's a cooperation. It takes you, spirit, and whatever else you're working with. So in this case, it would be the plant. Okay? So there's something about opening your mind up, accepting the change that's coming, that's happening within you. There is a change happening within you. And this is not anything to be afraid of. Let's see what Spirit has for. Okay. I'm going to pull. Yeah, you're working on balancing out your career. Oh, look at this. On the bottom, we have the Eight of Cups. That's the energy I was feeling here with the Knight of Wands. I'm going to put this here. You're walking away from those old emotions that hasn't served you and that you're not in tune with anymore. Your frequency is raised up. It's not aligned with that energy anymore. This is a solo journey. These are all of your emotions. This is your life where you're at. Right now you feel consumed with a lot of darkness, but there's this glimpse of light shining through, and it's just enough light to keep the faith alive within your soul. This is your bridge from what you experienced before to what you're moving into, to where you come from. And I would encourage you, I do an inner child reading every day as well. The birthdays readings and the inner child readings are the longest two readings I do every day. The short readings I do that Spirit guided me to do are angel numbers, because numerology is a thing. It's very meaningful, and there's always messages sent through numbers. So if you're asking for help or praying, manifesting, setting intentions, casting spells, however you want to word this, it's all seeking some help or advice or support from a higher power that isn't here. It's an energy that is cosmic, that you know exists. And enough about that. We don't need to go into that any further. However, this is your opportunity. Your opportunity to be enlightened, not by force, not because you have to, not feeling tied to anything. This energy, you may feel isolated. This energy is not isolated. This energy, this is a healing journey that you're doing. And you're very passionate about it. You're very passionate to move away from this energy, these old patterns, and to step into your own. Connecting with Spirit on a deeper level with Mother Gaia is going to help you with this. Let's see, on the bottom of this one, what do we have? We have Judgment. Yeah. Your beliefs. Rebirth. That's it. Rebirth for you. I feel that. I feel that rebirth for you on a deep level. Do you feel it? You feel like you've already went through the rebirth? Rebirthing. You've let this card is, well, can't pick it up. Interesting. Tough picking it up. But I didn't give up. Not giving up. This is clearly showing you did surrender. You accepted. And now you are rebirthed into someone else. You're still who you always were, but now you're without. You've dropped the bags. You let the weight down. You got your power back. You released others' power back to them. You released all of this that you were holding on to that wasn't even yours. And all that was yours. You purged. You went on your journey. Balanced your heart and your soul. Connecting more with Mother Earth. And it's this rebirth process. You will continue going through these cycles, Spirit is saying. This is why we have the orphan here and the Ouroboros. I don't ever pronounce that the way it's supposed to, but yeah, this is why you have this cycle. And this is the year of the serpent, the snake. So it is about shedding skin. It's about letting go. It's about also your feminine energy rising. This is not gender specific reading. Spirit doesn't have a gender. However, we all human beings on earth have a masculine and a feminine energy side. We understand the sun is father, son, masculine energy. And the moon is mother moon, motherly, feminine energy. And we also understand we have masculine and feminine energy within us. What's the most important thing now that we are all asked to focus on is equanimity within our own hearts, souls, our higher selves. We step into our own self. We step into who we're meant to be. And we step into the balance of our masculine and feminine energy. Some of you are actually going to school to learn to be a priest, or someone in the religion, maybe a preacher, priest. Perhaps you're working with a youth group. Share in the comments below what this is for you. I'm just getting messages and downloads from Spirit. And this is a general timeless reading. It is for everyone here. One thing's for sure, your path has a lot of excitement, learning, and potential. This next year for your life and your birthday, okay, just got interrupted. Let me express what Spirit is saying is that you are asked to write in your journal today about your birthday. Write in your journal how you're feeling today, what you're feeling, and how you feel about the reading. And then you're going to reflect on this at a certain time, because some parts of this isn't really going to resonate with you until it may be 5 years. It may be 5 years from now that this resonates. Maybe 5 weeks or 5 months. But it's coming at a later date. I mean, I'm not sure if it's 5 days, 5 minutes. I don't think it's 5 minutes. I think that this is basically a time frame for you to reflect. This is you in preparing yourself for your future. And Spirit loves to do this with us. So welcome. Let's blow out your candle on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And as the smoke rises, may your dreams and your wishes rise too. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.